Good afternoon, students. This is lesson 5 triangles, congruence of triangles. Okay, here congruence of triangles already you have a little bit knowledge about the congruency. That is in 8th standard you have studied a little bit. Now let us see again what is the meaning of congruent. Congruent means equal in all respects or figures whose shapes and sizes are both the same. Okay, examples: two copies of the same size are identical. Okay, two copies of the same size are identical. What is the meaning of that? Two copies. Okay, for example, Xerox copies. You can take your marks card Xerox copies. If you take, so two copies, what you have the two copies, they have the same size and the same shape also. Okay, so and then one more example: two bangles of same size. Two bangles of same size, they have shape also, is it not, children? So shape also will be there in that. Okay, two bangles, if you take the same shape and size also will be there. And then two ATM cards issued by the same bank are identical. They both are identical, similar. Okay, similar in the sense size and shape also we can see here. Understood? Okay, next the example is: on placing a rupee coin, 1 rupee coin, on another coin, okay, minted in the same, sorry, this is, one second, yeah, minted in the same year, or else, yeah, minted in the same year. Okay, and placing a rupee coin on one another coin, that is one upon the other. If you place the coin, so you can see both have same shape and size also you can see. Okay, children, so this is, I hope you all understood what is the meaning of congruency here. Congruency, see, once again I'll tell you: take a 5 rupee coin, okay, 1 rupee coin, whatever it is, same 1 rupee coin. If you take 2 rupee, sorry, 1 rupee coin, two copy, 1 rupee coin you take, and then keep one upon the other. Okay, place one upon the other. So you can see there both are coinciding. Okay, both are coinciding, and you can see that both have the, we can identify both have same shape and size. Understood? So such things are called, they are in congruent. Okay, they are in congruence. So here in geometry we are going to study about triangles. Here when we take two triangles, okay, that in that two triangles, if the sides and angles of one triangle are equal to the sides and sides and angles of the other triangle, then such triangles are called congruent triangles. Okay, children, so here you can see two triangles ABC. Here you can see two triangles ABC and PQR. Okay, see, when we can say the two triangles are congruent, when two triangles are congruent, if the sides and angles of one triangle are equal to the corresponding sides and angles of the other triangle. Okay, that is AB equal to PQ, BC is equal to AB equal to PQ. See the side 4.5 centimeter, here also 4.5 centimeter. Okay, both are same. Now AC is equal to PR, 4 centimeter, 4 centimeter, isn't it? Now BC is equal to QR, since it is 5 centimeter, here also 5 centimeter. Okay, therefore we can say triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. Even we can say here angles also we can say, children. Angle A is equal to angle P. Okay, angle A is equal to angle P. Angle B is equals to angle Q, and angle C is equal to angle R. Angle C is equal to angle R. Okay children, so therefore we can say triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. So in congruent triangles, even the corresponding parts are equal. So that is in short form we can say CPCT, corresponding parts of congruent triangles. See, once again I am repeating, C stands for corresponding, P parts, this one congruent, C again congruent, okay, and then T means triangles, okay, corresponding parts of congruent triangles, CPCT. Now let us see the congruency rule, okay. SAS we have, I think 3 to 4 we have congruence rules on triangles. So let us study one by one. First one, SAS congruence rule, okay. Two triangles are congruent. What this SAS says, two triangles are congruent if two sides and one included angle of one triangle are equal to the two sides and the included angle of the other triangle. That is, S stands for SAS means S stands for side, A angle side, S again side, okay, SAS. So this is the SAS congruence rule, okay. Based on that, let us take one example here. In figure, OA is equal to OB, which is the figure here. This you can see OA, this OA is equal to OB, okay, it is given, and OD is equals to OC, OD equal to OC. Then show that triangle AOD is congruent to triangle BOC, okay, and we have to show that AD is equals to BC, okay, we have to show that AD is equals to this side, AD is equals to BC, okay children. So now let us take first one. What we have to prove? Triangle AOD is equals to triangle BOC, okay. Now in triangle AOD and triangle BOC, so what and all is present in that we have to identify. What is there in AOD and BOC? When we compare these two triangles, what we get here? See, it is given already in the question itself. OA is equal to OB, okay, and even OD equal to OC. So two sides we got, okay. Now and angle also, see, AOD equal to AOD is equals to BOC. Why? Since AOD equal to BOC. Why children? Here since opposite angles. Here you can see opposite angles. What type of opposite angles they are? They are vertically opposite angles. Yes or no? So why those two are equal? Those two angles are equal. These two angles are equal since vertically opposite angles they are. Okay, vertically opposite angles. So therefore, these two angles are equal. So here we got side and angle. Okay, according to SAS congruency rule, we can say the two triangles are congruent. Okay, understood. Now second one, AD parallel to BC, that we have to prove. Now already we proved now AOD is congruent to BOC. Okay, and according to this just now we studied CPCT, okay, corresponding parts of congruent triangles. If they are the congruent triangles, then their corresponding parts also are equal, isn't it? So OAD, this one, OAD is equals to OBC. What is this? These two are alternate angles. When we get alternate angles, when two lines are in parallel, okay, alternate angles, isn't it? AD is parallel to BC, isn't it? So that only we have to prove it. So therefore we have to write here OAD is equal to OBC. by CPCT we got. We cannot conclude that at first itself alternate angles. Okay, whenever we are having parallel lines, then we'll get alternate angles. But we have found out this one by CPCT, not alternate angles. When we prove AD parallel to BC, then we can say that these two are alternate angles. Okay, children. Okay, don't get confusion here. See, we have proved that two triangles are congruent, isn't it? So, therefore, by CPCT, we have OAD is equals to OBC. Okay, so corresponding parts of congruent triangles. So, therefore, AD is parallel to BC. Okay, AD is parallel to BC. Since these two are what? Alternate angles. Okay, children. This is example 1. Let us see now example 2 based on SAS. AB is a line. AB is a line segment. Yeah, AB is a line segment. Line L is its, what is the question? It is AB is a line segment and line L is its perpendicular bisector. Okay, if a point P lies on L, okay, show that P is equidistant from A and P. Okay, show that P is equidistant from A and P. Okay, line L, okay, is perpendicular to AB, line AB, which is a midpoint of passes through C, which is a midpoint of AB. Okay, now we have to prove that PA is equals to PB. Okay, now proof. Let us take two triangles here, PCA and PCB. In that AC is equal to BC. Why? Since C is a midpoint of AB. C is a midpoint of AB. Now, angle PCA is equal to angle PCB. Okay, equal to 90 degree. It is given already. Okay, so and one more is PC is equal to PC itself, since PC is common. Okay, common side. So here AC is equal to BC, one side we got. PCA is equal to PCB, angle PC equal to PC, again side. SAS, according to SAS rule, triangle PCA is congruent to triangle PCB. Okay, therefore by CPCT we can write PA is equals to PB. PA is equals to PB. Okay, this is what the examples for SAS. Okay, now next part I will explain in the next video. Okay, thank you children.